Hi, everyone. I just have a couple of quick stories I was going to share with you in class tonight. And they're both related to yearbooks. So I just got on the screen here the Ferndale High School website. And it had to do with these colors here. You can see that the colors are blue and gold. And actually, on my computer screen here, it looks almost a little bit more purpley. But when I was working on a Ferndale High School yearbook a few years back, the students had chosen this really fancy cover material that was kind of a shimmering blue. That would be the cover of their book. And so the process of getting the yearbook pages created and printed all school year long had been going on for months and months. And all the pages were printed and sent down to the bookbinder. And the cover material was ordered and the cover design was done. And everything was wrapped up. They picked this really shimmery, fancy blue paper for their cover material. And it went to the bookbinder. And I had contacted the bookbinder and I had asked them to please send me a copy of the book as soon as it was done. Just one copy directly to me so I could look at it, and then they would ship the 900 copies of this book, which had like 240 color pages in it. They would ship those directly to the school. So the book got bound about a week before it needed to be delivered to the school. And so the binder had sent me the single copy, and I opened up the package that the one book came in, and lo and behold, the cover had a purple cover paper material. And so my heart just about stopped. Thought I was going to have a heart attack, knowing that, oh my God, there's 900 books with the wrong cover material that are about to be shipped. It's the first week of June, and the books get shipped in a week. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. So luckily we had a few days, and I had to contact the school and tell them there was a problem with their book. And then I had to contact that there was going to be a delay. The book was going to be a little late, and then I had to contact the binder and say, hey, these are all the wrong cover, and figure out how the wrong cover material got put on and whose fault it was. So was it the binder's fault? Was it my fault? Or was it the school's fault? And here's where the proofing and everything came into play. But there really was no other proof besides that. So when we ordered the cover material, it was a matter of just, this is the material. Here's the part number for it. Write it down. And I had it correct on my order form from the school to me, and I had sent it to them correctly, and somewhere the binder had typed the wrong number or input the wrong number, and it came out to be a purple cover instead of blue, a purple material instead of blue. So it was the binder's fault. And to fix it, they had to tear off all the covers off of 900 books, keep the book block, and we'll talk about what that is later, but keep the book block, tear off all the covers, remake the covers, reattach the covers onto the book blocks, and then ship them. And so the book ended up being about 4 days late, and the binder gave us a huge discount for the error, which we passed on to the customer, to the Ferndale High School. But it was really embarrassing for me and for the binder, and the school was upset. But we had a good, long relationship with them, and I mean, there was nothing else they could really do. It was such a deadline of the end of the school year, seniors graduating and wanting their yearbooks and all of that. So we cut them a good deal. Anyways, that's just an example of, even with all the proofing in place, the final product still could have an error to it. So keep an eye on that. My second story is another brief one here about an elementary school yearbook. And they had sent in all their pages, and we had done the proofing. We made laser prints of all the pages, since it's mostly a black and white little book, like 48 pages, just folded in half, simple binding. We just did a simple proofing with it, and he signed the yearbook advisor signed off on all the proofs. And then when we made the book, he got the book and he had called me and said, hey, I'm sorry, no. He had sent in the proofs. We made the proofs and sent the proofs out. And when he was going to sign them, he brought the proofs to me, not the book. We caught it in the proof stage. Because what happened was he had sent in his files and we made the proofs, but our proofing system had substituted a font. I believe it was even just Times New Roman, and we substituted it for a different version of Times New Roman. It's hard to remember from so long ago, but I think it was a Mac font to a PC font or something. This was over 10 years ago. So, but anyways, there was a font substitution where the ligatures were dropping out. He said the dots on the I's were disappearing. Some letters were disappearing altogether. And through some investigative work, we learned that ligatures, which are when you have two letters close together, they combine them a certain font. So like the little dot above the I is actually just combined with the F. So anytime there's a F-I together, it can form this graphic ligature to make it look nicer. Anyways, these ligatures were dropping out due to a font substitution error, and luckily he caught it in the proofing stage and we were able to fix it. So that's just two little anecdote stories about proofing and really taking close look at the proof that the printer gives you to make sure that it's correct. Thanks.